Hello, can you all hear me? Hello, can you all hear me? I want to confirm whether you can hear my voice. Can you hear me now? So you can all hear me? Okay, thank you. Once more time, we're able to look at the first part, which is actually how to do the reduction to the equator to the pole. We have seen residual, regional separation. We have seen depth estimation. So today we are going to look at 2D forward modeling in order to model profiles and able to isolate anomalies and characterize them before we finally move to structural analysis. Here we're going to be using Geophysical Oasis Montaj. So we're going to be using Geophysical in order to do this one, profile modeling, which is very important. We do both the forward and as well as the inverse modeling to see how to do the inverse as well as to do the forward. What are the differences? Also, we are going to see how to handle constraints. To constrain your model. We'll do that for magnetic. We'll do that of gravity also. Then there will be another one where we're going to integrate gravity and then magnetic and also do the forward and inverse modeling. Now, as you can all see, we need to have a couple of softwares. Oasis Montaj. We need to have software under help. I'm using version 10. You need it. And also you need ArcMap, ArcGis, and also Qgis. So we need this couple of softwares in order to do it. So let's go back to first our Oasis Montaj. So let's go back to our Oasis Montaj and now let's start the main process of doing forward and inverse modeling. Magnetic data, we open our grids. Of course, all we need is residual grid. We need this residual. So what we are going to do, of course, we have done with this, and also these ones. We don't need them. Of course, we can leave this one and then we'll go and remove from projects. Now we need this one. What we're going to do is to export this one to software. Before we do that, we need to go to grid and image utilities, save grid to database. Then I select it, is this called the database residual. The third channel is that. I click OK. As you can see, this is the data. If you right click list, you see the data are many. So now we're going to export this one as a CSV. Then later we'll use it in software. Go to database, export CSV. The format is CSV. Click on these three dots. Now go back and save it under data, which are called REST data. Can call this REST data in CSV. Then these two things, you leave this one, no, yes, no, you leave this one, nothing to change, nothing to change, but these two have to change. You say you select channels from list, then lines group, we say all lines. I'm going to put them all the data in one. All lines, select lines from list, then click OK. Now, because we say we select channels from list, they are going to now, let me go back. Normally what you see is this, not selected. You first start with the X, you push, click on Y, you push, click on Z, you push. This way you can select which fields you have. Since there are three, it's not about. If you have so many, this is the way to select the one you want in the order you want. The first column, the second is Y, the third will be Z. And click OK. That data has been exported. If we go back to our main project folder, go to USM project, go to data, REST data. This is the REST data. If we open it, see, this is the data. It's a very used data. The first column is longitude, latitude, and the third is the magnetic intensity, which is the residual. Now let's go to software. Go to software. Now let's see whether if there's any question. So any question? Any question? So let's see whether you have question to ask. So let's go to software. Under the software, we'll go to first grid the data. Then this will go to the main projects for a state, QSM project, go to data, then rest. Now, because we arrange them this way, column A is X, column Y is B, nothing to change, just click OK. And this will put the output inside the same folder where the rest data is, you can see. Then click OK. You say project has been created inside the same place where we save the rest data. The grid has been created. Then go to map, new, they'll come to contour map. Now we select it. Then click open. This is what we see. Then click on this, go to the panels. As you can see, we have to have so many things here, which you can change. Of course, this is a project. Let's first save it so we can come to it. Now, for us to save it, let's go backward. Like I said, we have to create, you see, a software project. We can call res plot. So you can come back to it and edit it in case now it has been saved. Now you can see we have the contour interval. If you click on these levels, the contour interval is 20. Take note. You can have field colors. You can so many of things, but we are coming to that, and the interval is 20. All you need to do is scroll down, show label, we off the label. We want to export this one as a shape file so that we can get our profile very easily. Make sure you scroll down, you off show labels. So those contour values will not be shown. Once we are selected, all you need to do, we don't need all these bars and the rest. These numbers, we off this, off this, off this, off this. So we are left with only the contour rest grid. What is this one you can see? So this is the one we need to export. Okay. I've saved it. So now you can increase the, if you put the contour interval 40. You say it's not going to be much. So leave it the default, leave it as for this one is 20. You save. Let's see whether there is any question. So let's see if there is anybody have a question to ask. Now this is how you bring them. All you need to do, you off all these layers. Then we need to export this one as it says selected. Then you go to File, Export. Now you go to the text, you go to the place, go back one more. We want to export this one under Share Files. It's a share file. Then we'll call it res plot. Take note, it's a res plot. But we need to select save type as. We'll go down to extract shapefiles. As you can see, rest plot, then click save. Untick this one. Don't tick this one. Let's say okay, save. Okay. Now it has been saved. And let's minimize. Let's now go to QGIS. So please, if there's any question, let's see. Let's go to QGIS. Under QGIS, we go to layer data source management. It's a vector. Click on this three dots. Locate first, go outside, then go to shapefiles. Of course, there are so many of them, but we have to filter them out to show all these shapefiles. And this is the rest plot you see. You see, only one. I'll click open, then add, then close. This is what we have. Let's click on this question mark to set the coordinate system to WGS 84, then OK. Change that color to black. Who wants to symbology, simple line, color, take black, applied, OK, as you can see. Now if you zoom out, now you can see where there is a closure. These are anomalies. These are anomalies to look at. See another anomalies. Anomalies where there is no much something here. See anomalies in these areas. These are also anomalies. So we have so many ways we can draw our profiles. If you zoom these anomalies, we'll open up. So we just take it across the strike. The same thing here. This. And this is what we have. So this is our rest plot. For us to get our profiles, so why is selected? Go to layer, create layer. First of all, let's save this as a project. One that we have QGIS projects. We can call this rest plot so that you can come back to it and get many profiles as possible. Save. It has been saved. Now, what is selected? Let's go to layer, create layer, new shapefile layer. Three dots to set the location. Let's go back. Go to shapefiles. Then now I'm going to create a folder. Now we'll call profiles. Inside this, I'll call profile 1. Save. The type is a line. Coordinate system is this. Already we'll click OK. This profile 1. This. So we need to grade this. Save. So this profile 1. Profile, let me change the color to give it red so that it can be listened. I'll change this to be 3. Give this to be red. Applied, OK. How do you draw the profiles? Look at anomalies. It opens this way. So we'll take the strike, we'll take the profile along this way. It's open up this way. As you can zoom, you see it open this way. So we'll take the profile to cut across approximately at right angle. The strike. Let's see if there is anybody have question to ask. So once you see it, you can easily be seen that to use this map. This map is not actually be seen clearly. You can actually see it clearly because this one is colored. But when you use a contour, you actually see it more better that this is a feature to look at. So this is, how do we draw this profile 1? Let's say this profile 1 is selected. You go to this editing, you off this one, then you click on the type. Then you go this, you click here, then somewhere here, then right click, then done. See, this is profile 1. Then you click save. Save has been saved. Then you click on it. If you like, you can increase the width to be 4. Okay, so this is profile 1. This is profile 1. There you can now create another one. Let's see, somewhere here, if I want to. Layer, create layer, new shapefile layer. Same location. Select this one, you edit it. Profile 2. Save. Type line. Okay. Now let's draw profile 2. Have as many as possible. There is one down here. There's one down here. There's so many of them. Okay, so we have so many of this one. So click on this pencil, then click on this, then click here, right click, then done. Then double click on this, change the weight, stroke weight to be 4.6, the color to be red, then applied OK. Click on this back, then save. So this is what we have. Take a rest plot, zoom to layer. As you can see, we have many of them because it's a project you can go and add many as possible. Any profile you want to do, you can look. So there's nothing here to talk about. These are areas, these are areas, these are areas. So just try to get a point. You can provide as many as possible. You can even increase the length of what you want. You can even get the length of the profile you take and the rest. Okay. So this way, this is the way now we have. So we now zoom to layer. So this has been saved. Let's save. Then now we close this one. Of course, we have two profile here. Then close. No. Okay, now let's see whether there's somebody have a question to ask. Any question? No, no, we are only doing that of ArcGis. I've not been using ArcGis Pro, so use ArcGis. It's what I'm using. So I don't know of ArcGis Pro. So just use ArcGis. Be done. So I don't know whether the method is the same. But just try to follow the procedure. Now we have seen, and now let's go to ArcGIS and bring out those profile that we have. Then all you need to do is to go to this data. Let's go one more time. Quadra state, shapefile, rise plot, add. Okay. So this is what we have, but we have to go back to one more. Let's see the interval we used the other time. Magnetic, let's see TMI. So you can see this is the TMI, the interval is 12 minutes. 12 minutes. So let's get a map first of this. Change this color to black. Of course, we can include the plots, the labels. There's a label there. Label these features. Applied OK. So the labels are there. You can see them clearly. If you like, you can just decrease this size to be 6, maybe 7. It's too big. There you have this. Then now is to go to the map view, layout view. You can go to map, print, setup, select A4, landscape, scale this, then OK. Then we'll move this, form here like this. So move this and then drag it. So we have something like this as our plot. Then now can now go here, then let's size this so that we have our something okay. Now let's right click, properties, new grid, next, finish, properties, degree, minute to plus 12 minutes, 5 minutes, 0, then 0, lines, do not show lines, label, 12, light, this, apply, then okay. You can see this is the area we have. Then let's bring those profiles. Hold shift, close the last one, then we add them. Then the first one, we can now give it a color. Profile 1, profile 2, give it a black. Okay, so like this is okay. So now we are now seeing them. So of this first plot, of course, we can see them. This is a profile. We have then insert, not arrow. Now let's name this is profile 1. Let's of this one. This is profile 1. Then insert text. Yeah, just type A. Double click on it. Then type A. Let me change to 13. Bold. Then OK. Apply. Then OK. This is the one that you can click. You position it here. Then Control CV. You copy. Double click. Then edit it to B. Applied. OK. Then Control CV. Bring it here. C. And this. Then bring profile 2. Somewhere here. Control CV. Then this one is D. You take D, that is you apply to go. And finally, you can bring the rest plot. So this is a way you can put the width to be 0.5. So this is what we have. And let's save this. Let's go back. ArcGIS project. Call it the rest plot. Guide it. Then finally export map. Magnetic, then rest plot, then save. Go back. So this is our rest plot. So now you can see this profile 1 AB, the profile 2 is CD. So this is the rest plot. You can write, you can give it a title if you want to. So this is a way to get those profiles which you are going to use in modeling. Okay, so we're able to identify them. These and these are some other ones you can see. This was what you take across profile. Yes. So this is how those anomalies were isolated. Now it's safe. Then I will close it. Now we'll go back to this man. Let me see whether there is a question. So any question? So any question? No question. So now let me point. We need to take a point. We need a point first. Now let's see what we're going to do. Now this is the rest. Then from here, we right click, remove it. I don't need it. Now what we need to have a rest map. We don't have a rest map. We need to create first a map. So this man, we take the rest. This is the one we have. We need to create a map for this. The projected coordinates, scan grid. Okay. The next, scale. Then I call the rest XY map we need. Scale, then finish. Map tool, base map, draw base map. Of course, we don't need the just, but we just there for us to do the modeling. Add text, no, okay, because it's projected. Rest map, finish. Okay, so this is what we have. They will now go to this, port single grid. They will share the rest, shadow, less than current. This will be in nano Tesla. We can put 3 places of decimal. Locate, down, then okay. There we can position this. File project save. So we have this one ready. It has to be in rest. So now we're going to bring those profile withdraw. So let's see those profile withdraw. Let's bring them here. Go to map, import, ArcView shape files. Click on this three dot and see we have, let's go back. Shape files, profiles, profile 1, open. Then the next one, do not import. Plot map to current map. You see it is there. It has been selected. There we right click, toggle. Go here, you see it is being selected. Select it from here. There you right click. You say edit this group. You right click again. Select all. You right click. Line attribute. Select one. Then change the color to be white so that we can see it clearly. And okay. As you can see it, color is there. So this profile 1. So this is profile 1. So this is how you bring profile 1 in. So this profile 1. So this is profile 1. Take note. Then let's go to the next. Let's bring profile 2. Profile 2, bring in. Then okay. So profile 2 is somewhere here. So you can select it from here. You select on this. It is there. Then right click on it. Edit this group. Right click on it. Select all. Right click on it. Line attribute. Set it to 1. Set the color to be white. Okay. Now we have them. So say this one to pointer view. Okay, project save. Now you can see this is what we have. This is for profile 1, this is profile 2, which are very, very important for us to do. So if we want to do profile 1, we off profile 2, or off it and bring it back. You can see it. If I want to do profile 2, I will off this one, then I'll work with profile 2. So this is how to be seeing it and work with them. It has to be in projected XY, and then you bring all the profile. Okay, let's project save. Of course, you need to have a Geophysical. Go to GX, load menu. There's a Geophysical. I'm now only working on Geophysical here, which is a 2D. When you open it, you'll see this menu will show up. So these are the things we'll be looking at. Of course, new model, existing model, calculate add field, velocity to this. And this Geophysical you are talking about, right? All you need to do is to come here, new model from map profile, and that is the first thing to do. When you click on this, this is what you get from Geophysical, new model from my profile. What is it, Geophysical? G is for magnetic, is for gravity, M is for magnetic, this is for seismic. This allowed us to model 3 data as once for a particular profile. But what you are using only magnetic. You have the magnetic grid, or you can use the gravity grid. You have to take note of what actually you are seeing, how to go about it. You can click on this question mark. It will tell you about all what each field represents. I read about it here under the help section. Okay, let me close here first. Like I said, we need to do kind of constraint and try to look at forward and inverse modeling. Let's go back to our SPI. We need to bring our SPI because we are going to constrain it with depth and try to see what and what we are going to do, because we are doing toward modeling and inverse modeling. Let's select, bring them something. I'll click on this, click on this, let's bring this, then go to map, import, ArcView shapefiles, profile 1. Okay, it is there. You can see it here. Edit this group, select all, and attribute 1. Okay, then now let's go to map, import, ArcView shapefiles, select the 2, come here, then open. Okay, it is down here. Select this to 1, right click, edit this group, right click more times, select all, right click, align attribute, set this to 1, give this color like this. Use this because we want to constrain and try to see whether there's agreement between the two. If it works properly, then the model will be able to done. And try to see, we need to have this as one of our depth model. We are constraining it. One of this. Then we also have our res map, which is this, which is going to be used for the modeling. There we need to have one more thing to open. Let's open our TMI. Let's just take any point. You can take any point within this grid. Like this point. If I take this point, or any point I want to take, if I take this point, I have to take a point. This point, our longitude is 5 degree east. What the north? The north value, if you look at it, this is 12, 24. This will be actually be 8 degree. 8 degree north. So we need to have one of these points. So this one allowed us to calculate the average RGRF that is used in the modeling. to take any point within the grid or at the edge. I can take this, I can take this, it does not matter, or this point or any point in between. Well, let me just take this point. This point, our first x, the longitude is 5 degrees east, the latitude is 8 degrees north. You can see the interval of 12, 12, which is increasing. So this is what we need to have. Okay, so now let's see whether you have a question before we now start the modeling aspect. Of course, we do for model 1 and you also do for model 2. So let's see, any question, please? Does anybody have any question? Is it understood? So is it understood? So let's see whether it's understood. So let's move ahead. Try to model. Let's go to Qgis, new model. So where we'll start a new depth model, time model. This for seismic current from Earth. This is a run. This we're coming back to this. Let's come from map profile. That is the grading this. That's why I'll bring this profile there. This line. Now I'm going to grade this one for map profile. When this one open, all we need to consider is only these 2 points. Model name and magnetic. And that's all. All the other ones, you leave it. There's no need to change anything here. The model name, you can go there and click. There we'll go to our click folder called models. Okay, there's already a model. Let me delete this one. There's already a models. I'll open that model. I'll call profile 1. Call it profile 1. Then you click open. The magnetic grid is the rest we are using. Elevation grid, we don't need it. It's not even needed. Yeah, mostly is when you have gravity, mostly is used. So you leave this one or constant value, it does not change much. It's only gravity, use it. But if you have done the correction, gravity corrections, there is no need to put it to graphic. It can be taken care of because the correction has been done. Expense to average sea level. So leave everything the way it is. It's only this will change and this will change. Then now click finish. You leave this horizons and gradient. Just click on finish. Now this will say enter gate point of profile. Right clicks. We're going to collect data you will now use on the rest map in order to do the modeling. Make sure that the rest map is open. You can see it's bold, it's open. Then click OK. Now we'll start. Where are we moving to? It's very important. Are we going this way to this way or from here to here? So you have to decide. Let me say I'm going from this side to this side. Then I'll click on the first, the beginning. Then move the mouse, come to the end. Click. Then right click. You say done. I'm now doing for model, this model 1, profile 1. That's what I'm doing here. So it's going to open Geophysical. A small window is going to pop up to allow us to compute the average IGRF. You see the Earth magnetic field. This is what you need to look at. It needs these values in order to do. Click on those calculate. Now this will allow us to over the year IGRF. Date, you need to, the date the data was collected. In this case, it was 2007. Around that age, first. Let's enter the date it was collected. For the model, we don't have it. It's not among this one. That's why you see it's not 2007. So just put O2. Then we need to have a point of longitude days and elevation. Right? So the elevation here will put 80 because this is just around the flight height. Because it's aeromagnetic, the flight height, but with the data is collected. You can use this one to work. There is no much difference. Okay, roughly value of this will go. Then latitude or longitude, and that's why we have this point. What is the longitude? Which is 5. So select 5, a point within their grid. Latitude is 8. The range is minus 180 to 180 and minus 90 to 90. And that is for latitude is from minus 90 to 90. Longitude is from minus 180 to 185, 8, which you get from this map. This value here. So the next thing now to click is click calculate. It will help calculate the field strength, the inclination, declination. Then you see it has calculated, then close. It has bring them, then finally click on OK. When we do that, we are going to have what is called the Gimses. So this is Gimses, file, save. So let's see whether you have one or have a question to ask. So now this is Gimses, it looks interesting. Like I said, there are many things will not be there. This is the seismic part. This, of course, the depth. This is the gravity part. This is the magnetic. This is the plane view. All these points we look at the point along the profile. These values are. This is a point. The value of the magnetic field is this. At this point, the value is this. At this point, is this. So these are the points across the profile where the data is collected, and these are the magnetic field we have. So there are some things we don't need. For example, we don't need the seismic part. We click and drag, we bring it down. We're just customizing first. We don't need this plane view. We'll click and move it up. We don't need the gravity. We click and collapse it. First of all, you see this is what you have. See, there's nothing there. But this BTX, BT, these are just gradients. So we don't need to come to gradient. Gradient disabled. Now you see what you see, this black is the magnetic field values taken. The red is the error. This black solid lines you see is the model line. Our target in modeling or inverse is to move points shape so that the black will follow this dotted line so that the red at the end of the day become very stretched. You see the error you see here, this is the error 162%. It's very large because the line is straight and this is the error we see to model. When we model, what are we after modeling? Well, we have two things we need to remember. For magnetic field, we have magnetic susceptibility, which you see as S. And also for gravity, we have density. So when we are modeling, is now in order to look for S, giving depth, or giving depth, look for the S, so that we need to know what features this actually have. Our focus is about the depth as well as the magnetic susceptibility. This is what we're after. Now let's move this one up. This. Now from here to here is the length of the profile I'm talking about. This is the beginning and this is the end. So you can look, the scale is down here. See, this is in meters. So now this is the length of the profile, horizontal distance along the profile. This is the magnetic intensity, and this is the depth. Like, let's first change this range. There are many range on this. On this one, you right click, you change units to kilometers. You see it has changed. Then right click again on here, right click on this, change range. Then this -2 changes to 2. This show you that this is 2 place of decimal. Now you can see, if you bring it here, you just look here on the status bar. In the status bar, if you look at it, you see the values here. If I position here, you see almost 0. If you move it to the end, it's around 8.18 kilometers. And that is you can see from here, 1.8 kilometers. And this is what you have. 8.1, the value is this. If you move it here, that is the length of this profile. So that is the length of the profile we have. Now the same thing to this depth. We have to customize this depth. How do you get that depth from? Well, like I said, we have to minimize this. Go to our Oasis Montaj. Let's go to our SPI. Uh, Database. Right click, statistics. You see the maximum is around 1.6. Yeah, that around this is not more than this. So what I will do, we need to change also the scale. Right click first, change the unit to kilometer. That's change. Now -5, there is nothing much here because we didn't use topography. Right click here, change the range. Instead of minus this, I'll bring it -0.1 so that I want this gap between this to come closer. What is the maximum depth? You can give it 2. Later you can change it to 2 place of decimal. I put in 2, then click OK. Now you can see it has gone up to 2. Fine. Also here, you see this one is down. I want to see space here. You can come here, change the range. This is minus this, whatever, if I give it -80, 340, let me give it at 30, becomes 70. But I can get 2 place of decimal. And I see I can see the black. When I'm after is only these dotted ones. I can see them perfectly. Arrange. Okay, so now see I've closed the parts. So this is how to customize, then you save. So this is how to customize it, and then you save it. Then you can close from here. So it has been closed, but it's still there. You want to open it back. Let me see whether you have a question. So let's see whether anybody have a question to ask. So let's see whether you have anybody have a question to ask. Now, okay. Thank you. Okay. How do you open it back? Of course, you can first of all do the same process. You create the other model the same way you will do it and customize it. Okay, you follow the same pattern. I will do this. I want you to do the same procedure and also follow what I'm doing. That's why I do 2, you do 1, and then practice the other one and try to see, because this one is just a training. So like you practice it to see how to go about it. Now, how do you open it? The one we have created before. Of course, when you go down, you see, let me close this part, where we have to do a lot of things. We have seen maps, database grade maps. This is voxel, not here. We have the ArcGis. This we have these models. See, those are the models we have. 3D model is open, but if I right click on this, I will say add models. When I add it, it's going to open. You see, it's going to open it where everything is. You can see it here, profile 1. Okay. So you see, it's going to open inside Oasis Montaj. See, it has opened. See, it has opened inside while we are working on it. If you want to do this way, or if you don't want to do this way, you want to have it separately, it can also work. All you need to do is to come here, remove from project, right? Or you can come here and then close all windows, or can leave it like this. Okay. The next thing we need now to do, let's open it standby. And now let's go to Geophysical, new model, run standalone. This will open is standalone, which you're now going to now customize that one. Let's open, notice there. Let's go to file, open model. You see, it's going to open it right where it is. It's going to search for it, and then it opens here. So this is where we left off. Now, this is just a one big rock that produces this. Well, we know that have many layers of rocks that we are taking, maybe having 1, 2, 3. But I will do only the 2. This rock 1, this, and this. We are going to see, of course, we're coming back to this. This is to move point. See, these are the point. This is to add. This is to delete point. This is to examine. This is to zoom in, zoom out, and this is to do the move the label, and this is to invert. When we click on this label is this one. Anywhere you click, the name is moving. As you are clicking, the name is moving anywhere you want to position it. That is the label of the rock. Click back on this. That's gone. Then now I need to get away with density. I don't need density. I'll come to display. You say gravity parameters off. I only need this. Right? So you click on save, and this is what you have. Now we need to do the modeling aspect. First, we need to split this one into 2. We have sediment covers and another bedrock. These are the 2 simple approach. We have a sediment, then we have bedrock, underline it, and take the density, cross density of the bedrock, and cross the susceptibility of the gradient across, and see how it varies from place to place. First of all, we know the depth is around 1.6. So what we need to do is to come to this point, split block. That is, we are going to split this single rock into 2. Click on this split block, the arrow change, come to the beginning, click there, you move down. Remember, this is 1.5 around, maybe close to this point if you want to stop. Because we know it's around 1.6. We're going to constrain it, that's why. Then click here, it changes to this color, then click, then move to the left till you reach this edge, till when the color change, like this. Then you click, then move it up. Then when you click on this, it will change to blue. Or is it blue or green? Or whatever color you see, like this change. Then you now click. When you click, something will happen, accept new block. You see? This is what we have now get a very big one rock, which now we can now able to use to split. Of course, let's come to this, move label, come down. Move that, just single rock again we have. Now we are going to split this into 2. Then we need to add a point, add point. Well, we don't know where the sediment starts from, or this, so we can roughly put it here. See, once the color change to purple, you click. Move to the other part. When it touches the line, it touches to purple, you click. You click. Okay, you have 2 points. Now it will join these 2. So come back to this, to split block. Because it was one rock now, then you click on this. Then move to the other one. Click to accept new block. Now you see we have 2 rock. Now you go back to this, move label, you click here. Move this label to this point, you click here. So these are the 2 parts we have. Click back on this. This label is to click anywhere you want it to move. Center it here, like this way. So, okay. Then go back to this plus, cursor location only. Then now we need to change this name. To change this name, then we'll click on this, examine. When you click on this inside this first rock, this one is a copy, second copy of rock one. That's what it means. Click on this. I will click on this. This is what you see. Like I said, the model is where we have the forward. So this is where we do the forward modeling. So what we do the forward modeling. Then this, when you click on this, you change various colors, layout color of whatever you want to give. Let's change the word, which we call sediment. This part, like I said, James says this is the gravity parameters. This is the seismic parameter, which is seismic velocity, and this is the magnetic part. Okay, this we can show label if we want to show that is the to show those names. So we'll call it sediment. Sediment, I'll give you some this color. Okay. The main color, then this double click on this again. This will give you the pattern of what you need. I can now take this part, then click applied, then okay, you can see it. Sediment is this. Now this is the bed, this is the bedrock. I'll do this, sorry, selected, examine, and I'll call this the bedrock. Then click on this. I can give you this column. This, then okay, then give the pattern. So the pattern is this. Okay, so you can see it. This is the pattern. So you can change it any way you want. You can still click on it and look for another pattern you want to use. Maybe anyone you think that you can use. So let's say we have this. Our target is just to know how to see it clearly and change any color you want to do. Click on save. Now, in forward modeling, we are going to be moving this, change this parameters manually, change this parameter manually, move the point up and down until this black line fits this one correctly. And that is what the forward model is doing. The inverse model is on the other hand. If you come to inverse modeling, this will allow you, after you set the values you want, you can set this magnetic stability. The software will automatically adjust all the point and make a perfect fit for you. That is the inverse modeling. You click on go. But this, you click on this, click back on this, it has disappeared. So let's first do the modeling and see how tedious it is. How can you use it to do? So for us first to do it, we need to add many points here. You can click on this. Add many points. You need to add many points. If you can do the inverse, you need to add many points. You can add many as possible. Just add points. It's just to change the shape. As you change the shape, everything changes. Okay, so this is what we have. So we have something like this. Now we know for sediment, the magnetic stability is almost zero. But we'll come for the bedrock. We'll click on this, examine. Click on this. We'll now go to this automatic change. Click on this. Then we have this thing we're going to see will show up. As we click, the value of this will change. You click on this range. So you can see the black is going up. You can now bring it down to, remember, it's Qgis unit. We are doing it. See the value is changing. You can just go and get the value of the bedrocks found in those areas and roughly input the values. Let's see, we have this, we'll be playing with them a bit like this way. If you want to go beyond the limit, you can click on this, and here you can change the lowest and then the highest where you want to stop. This is a CGS unit. To do when you are okay, I've got the value you need to play with. Let's say I have these values. This is 0.1. If I bring it closer, just to get the basic shape. One is going down, one is going up, just to get the basic shape. This is down, this up, just to get a basic shape. So it's all about modeling. That's how the forward is. It takes time. You can still go back to it. I just click apply, then accept. Apply. See the value has changed. This is okay. So this is what we have. You can still go to it and change it if you want to. Click back on it. This value, you bring it to 1 if you want to, or you bring it down around this point. You accept, apply. Okay, like this point, like so. Then click on save. So you get other people can share it for your place. Is there on the YouTube channel, is there, you can still watch it there. Okay, if you are joining now, you can still watch it. Now let's do the forward and try to see whether we can do it better in the inverse modeling. Is the end result is the same, but it depends on which way you prefer. Let's do the forward. What this forward means, we are going to be moving this point up and down till this shape actually follows. But one way it will guide us is to go back to this our maps, our grid SPI. This is grid 1. You can see is where we start. The depth is I and I depth because this where this red is more deeper. This one is deeper. The middle is shallow. So we can have a look at air. If we don't want to do that, we can just move those points. You click on this, move point. Click on this. Click on this point. Look at how this black would change. You look very well. You see these ones that you see is short. This is shallow features. This one is longer in width than this. So this one is deeper than this. The same thing with other ones you see. See these ones? So what you do if I move this one down, see you just want to ball it. See somebody will move this like this. It does by moving and adjusting the point. They come here, then adjust. Okay, I have to go up. Just to get the rough one. So you do it till you get a rough shape of what you want. Something like this. Matter of course, you get the rough shape before you now fine tune it. Like so it may take you time to get it. You are able to get the shape. And this point, I need to add another point. Maybe air and air. And this point. then click on move so that I can adjust this one a little bit up like this. So are we able to get this part? Then we'll come to this man and let's see. Okay, I need to add some point to this point to this point. I will see whether I can move this. Roughly this point. See, I'm able to get this one. Then for this one, I'll move it like this. So this is what we have to see. It will take time for you to try to get that error. You see the error is 62%. It has to go down. So we have problems there to get these shapes that we want. Sometimes if it doesn't work this way, you can split here and add another block and then model this one separate from the other ones. And that is another way of doing it. But it was to give you the main idea of what the forward is doing. See, the error is still there. Can take this part, then we'll split it. So this is what the forward is doing. So of course, this is what we have. Let me, so if I want to now do the inverse to make it see what I will get based on this setting, I'll go to inverse to see whether I can allow it to. When you do this, this is what we have. Is constraint, right? 3x of fix. What we want to fix, remember, we want to move this one up and down, not left and right. So we'll select this one, Z. See, we can vary the densities of stability or this or fix. So we'll take the Z. So this is a Z that we have. Okay, we want to move this point up and down. What you do, you are going to click, hold your shift key, you select them like this. You hold your shift key, you click, you select, hold your shift key on the keyboard, you are clicking to select all of them and see whether we can able to now do the inversion. All this, click. Now it has done. We have select all of them. Or we want the computer program to move this point iteratively so that we have the minimum error. That is inversion. We have set them to move. So now go to go, right? So this is why it's for the constraint. If you click on this, you can set the constraint, what depth you want it not to go. Okay. But here, what we do is click on go. We will click on go. You will see what can you see here? You see it has given us a weird shape, how it will move like based on this configuration. You see, it's not going to be a perfectly work this way. So we need to cancel that. We accept. Our next step, we'll cancel it. We don't need it. See, it has bring us back. Go back to this. Let's take us somewhere. Now, we are going to split, right? That will make it easier for us, block into block. And let's come to point. This point, here. I have to model this part. Then this part, I also want to model it differently. Like this, so I have three intrusions, maybe intrusions somewhere. And this will be another. So I want to have one block, two part, another part. Okay, so what we need to have for us to do is to split this one. So we come here, split block, we click on this. Click on this, accept new block. Click on this, accept new block. This on this, click on this, accept new block. Now position this, move the label here, move it here, so we have 4. Okay, so now, so bedrock 1, bedrock 2, bedrock 3. So we have this rough value we have. Then we have our sediment here. Then now we go back. Now we can move those points. We can move this point if we want to. Or I don't need this, so I can click minus, click on this point, delete it, minus, delete it, click on this, move it somewhere here, so that I can model this part separately. I just want to bring it the way I want it to be. So of course I don't need this part. Let me just, normally how I do it, to move this one. I'm sorry, I want to move it. Okay, so I'll delete this point. Then now move this one to this point. So I have something like this. Let me just clear this point first. So normally this is what you have normally. Now this will not allow us to now model it. So we'll not change, we can change any color we want to change. Because this one will have more values than this. Can I go to examine, bring this one down, accept, apply this, click this so that I can get the shape here. Go to this, you have to play with it. Apply, then okay. And now I have some point here. Now these values are different. Add point, add point, add point, add point, add point. So let's see to be able to model this part. Take this point, we move. So we have to move it bit. So let's see how we can now see this. So we come to this other part. So we are coming there closer. Can I examine this and see whether we can take it up or down? Accept, apply, then okay. And click on this. Let's see whether we can now adjust this one. So that we can able to, so we have some things here to able to model. Accept, okay. So let us come to this other part and bring it down. Accept, apply. So let's try to get the edges first. Let's move it. So this one is now. Sometimes we need to move it outside. I have more enough space. So now we can now fine tune it. And we have to go a little bit below it. Try to move them up and down. Okay, so we are almost there. We can add a point here. We can just move this point a bit. I think we are there. Add a point. Yeah, then move that point. Yeah, so we have something like this. You can see here it's down. So this red has to be almost flat. Though it's not that you have to go 100%. To reduce the error, that is what is important. Just like this is not, when you have many intrusions, yeah, it should take you some time to get used to it. So at least we're able to get something. Let's see whether we can change this value to bring it down a bit. To carry it up, down. Accept, apply. Okay. So let's see if we have a question to ask. So for us to move, now we come to this point. I think this, we need to split this one into two also. There's a lot of complexity here. or the point here, and also another point here. Now to change split block, this, sub new block, this, accept new block. And this move label, move rebel, move rebel. So each one of them is its O block. This is what we have. So this we need to this portion is this. Then this man will have it on. This portion, this other portion. Then for this particular man, want to click on this and let's bring it down. Let's see. Accept. Now to add point here. We need to add point. Now the issue is to this point. Let's pick up to this point and let's see. We'll delete this point and move this point. This is what we have. So we need to actually change this point bit. We're applying the Qgis. So the limit is this. You can go on the limit. You can change this to 5 or 6. Okay. Let's see. Now we are getting it down. Bit, then accept. Apply this. And click on this. We have to bring it also up a bit. Okay, like this is okay. Then accept. Apply. Okay. Able to get its basic shape. So we have this. So I think we don't need this one. So let's see, we need to move this point. It's all about this. It's not going to be, let's then move this point. So we need to get this point ready. I'm getting this, remain this portion. Until we need to come here and play with this value. Maybe you can see whether okay, like so, and accept, apply, then okay. Then we'll go back to this. See, we're actually getting closer to be able to get those values we need. Next is to work on this part. Let's examine and click this value and see that we can take it up. Accept, apply, then okay. Remove this point. Once we get the basic shape, now let's add some pointer. So the moment you get this middle shape, then everything is done. And let's take this middle one and see that we can take this one up. Accept, apply, okay. Let's see whether we can we are still trying to so the error is 65. So can I examine this? Accept, applied, okay. So we have this 66%. Let's see, we'll move this. All about moving this point so that it falls. Remove the rough, estimate. We have to be a little bit patient. So we're almost there. It's a matter of try and error till we get the best possible result. We're able to get closer. I get about 3%. So remain only this part. That's remain. This part is almost done. This part is almost done, so almost flat. And bring it if you want to. I'll leave it like this. So the right is almost this. So remain this center portion, but we need to adjust a bit. We'll try to see how we can move this point. We can come to version. Let's see whether we can click this point. Clear all. Let's clear all. So we want to move this point. Move this point, move this point, move this point. And let's go. You can see to bring it down. But to try to rearrange, if you can look very well, you see it. This is what shape is going to give you. You see the dotted line has almost done for you. You see it. So this one we're going to adjust it for it very well. And all these points you see are going to move up. This point will move here. This point will go down. So you can able to have this. If you accept, it will give you best result. So this is where it will go. Let me cancel. But if I go, let me add another point. Go. It will bring it down the way we didn't want it. And that is can cancel, can clear all. So you see, sometimes it's easy to do. So we need to move this particular man that is having the problem. For us, is to, now the issue is this portion. Was able to get this portion, and that error definitely will come down. So let's see whether if any question. Have any question? So any questions so far to ask? Let's see whether there is question to ask. Now is to move those points. Okay. We're going to add some point here. We can fine tune and that is shape as that will bring is not 21%. You have to be patient to work. Yeah, we are getting almost close. So let's add a point here. And let's move that point. log free errors. To reduce the errors, it's not to say you're going to go 100%. Around 10 is okay. A bit okay from here. Let's come to this man. Okay. Now to the left, you're going to add some point closer, and fine tune it to get the shape. Is to get the shape that follow and minimize the error, and that's what we are after. Okay, so let's see where we went to take this other point. So let's see where we're going to take the other point, and then from, okay, so this point, if we are going to take this point, and let's see if we change the ability, whether it will address it. No, it's not going to. Okay. A bit like this. We will need to play with this little bit. So this one will break it down. Move point. So we are getting closer. Here what we have. So if I come to this, and I raise, let me see what we are going to have. Does not change. For this point, we change this middle one, and let's see whether this middle one we're able to bring it for us. Accept, apply, okay. Let's move some of this point. Here we have 24. Set date from this side. take the average. I'm not getting it. So when there is complexity, you take time to able to do the modeling. Let's see that for maybe this other point. Okay, it does not change it much. So we're able to get a basic point. I want to see whether I can get less than 20%. It will be okay. One percent. Move point. So it will take some time to get. Once we get this portion now, so we're getting 20%. What we have to do is to now bring this point down. So we have this, see, okay, around 20%. Think This is what so far we can we have 19%. Okay, I think it's okay not to go further much. We are able to get a shape what we want. What is important is the shape what we want. Let's save at this point. So not much again to wait and able to get much something you to forward much worry about. So do you have a question now? This is bedrock one. Changes. Bedrock one. Bedrock two. Bedrock three. So you can play with it. Bedrock four. Yeah, bedrock five. Bedrock six. Move level. Now this, we have this one as 19%. You should try it, please, to see that we try to model and then to make it follow almost a pattern. We have, you can see roughly is what we have. This possibility are this SGI value. So these are the values we have. Yeah, so we have all this one safe. So let's see whether there is a question to ask. We can give it many colors we want to give it. So we can go to display the point, you can add a point. So you have taken care of the point so that we don't move them eventually. So we have this one we have. So our point, you can see, is 19%, which you try. Try as much as you can to tell this part. All is just try to make sure that less than 20% is okay. As you can see, we perfectly model this up to this area, up to this area. These are the various magnetic susceptibilities allowed us to model this part. As you can see, the depth, actually we are seeing some of the depths. So these are some of the depths. Here we see the depth values that we are getting. That we're able to get the depth 0.5 around these values. The ice depth we're able to see is around this side. Point something, and that is what actually get us the maximum. If we try to go down, it's not going to allow us to model this one properly. You see around one something, you get the majority of them are less than 1 kilometers, as which you can see. The average depth to the top of the bodies are actually less than 1.5. Mostly we see them. Look at the SPI map. That shows that there's actually a good correlation. But if to say we can go up to more than 2, and we still see that means something is wrong. And that is what we have here. So let's see whether there's any question. So any question? Okay, so now let's see how we're going to now export. So you can do the same thing for the other ones. Anytime you have to bring back the point, display, to show the point. That if you want to get away with this thing, display point, display stations, they have disappeared. So, and this is what you have. Your point, display, I think this, what we have, photo this, you click on this. And so on to see if there's something here. Okay, not here. So you see there's a background. It's a background outside, so we can remove the background in. I show no label. They will say applied. Okay, so this is what we have. Now let's get to see how we are going to export this one. Go to print. Then there is print setup page layout. You can see everything was going to show. All what we need is the magnetic, the depth. So go to this setup, go to the layout. The heading without to show any heading. The location, I will remove this without to show any location. This, so this is what we have. The horizontal. The horizontal, we have this, the time, paper dimension, 0. I've taken out the time. Depth, we need it. Gravity, we change this one to 0. As you can see, the magnetic, we have it the plane view, we'll change this one to be 0. So we have only these 3 parts. We have this. So those are the ones we have. We can leave the gap outside. Okay, layout. So this is a margin, the top margin, the left margin. If we take this to 6, you can see it. But we'll change it to 5. The way we want it to be 5. And then you can change the font size and edit you want to change here. Then, but gravity, you set it to 0. Time, you set it to 0. Then view, set it so that you don't want it to have only these 3 parts we have. Then you say applied. Then OK. Then we can save this config. Go back to, so that next time will come, can use it. Config. So we'll save it there with this name, save. Has been saved. Now you see this is what we have. If we now print, you select to print to Adobe PDF. You have other format, just set this format. Print PDF to print, Microsoft Print to PDF, then click print. That will allow us to give it. We'll go back to one more time. Images. Magnetic, we have profile 1. Save. What it to save? Okay, we'll now go back to our folder. Profile 1 is here. So it was sent not properly. Let's see. Let load config. Select this one, open it. Then this Microsoft, this. Right. That call is there. Let's see what's happening. Let's open this and see. All has been there. For example, it was sent an email attachment that was not correctly decoded. So let's see another print. Printer setup. We have a printer here. Let's see. Load config. I edit it from here. Try to let's put T1. Let's see whether if this is the problem. Yes. Whether it was the title that was not there. Okay, we faced the problem, but I didn't know where the problem come from. Print, load config, load there, and then setup. Okay, we have the plan view, magnetic view, and the rest. Applied, okay. Now send it to any of the printer. So this is a raster driver that we can send to if you want to get it in image. Raster driver for Qgis. Then let's click on this. But this will give up in many file format. We'll have it in PNG. Or this, but you can put it in PNG if you want to. And then magnetic, you can call it profile 1. Profile 1. Open it. Profile 1. Of course, you can see it. Because you see, cost out, it has cost out, and that is what we get. So we get it too, but let me always delete. I want it in PDF form, so that is more nicer to see. Load config this, open this. Now let me set any of the printer. Print. So we're going to open a printer. That you can, I think, let's see, that's not printed. Printer or print to Microsoft Print to this. Let's just load the setup. but the problem is it's not there. Let's see where we're supposed to print. Any print. Print is not printing. I don't know. Load config supposed to print, but print. Go to config. That is empty. So it's not properly decoded. You can close, can open it. Back. Then let's go to print and then load this. So it's still zero. There's something actually wrong with and we can put DX raster driver for Genesis. You can put this one, load this, config this. So try to figure out it was printing the other time, but I don't know what happened. Port is file. Then I'll go to images, magnetic, I'll call it profile one. First, let me first go back to the layout because you can see it cut off. The layout, the right, the left is this. Panel gap, like I close to 3. I put it to 6. One 1.2, 1.1. Let me leave it at 1.1 and see, apply. Okay. So that I have space on the right. Then print, images, magnetic, profile 1. So go back to that place, images, magnetic, profile 1. Because this is what we have. Because you see there is space left. is this, we have space, right? Let's change it one more time. So we don't have much space. Let's change this and see we're almost there. Load config so that we don't start from there. If I change this 1 to 1, 0.8, 1.4, 1.4, 1.1, like this. So this part of the plot, magnetic. Now, let me see dimension. If I change this to 2, no, to 1. We are going to depth. Show this space left to see what happens with top is 0, 1.3, and those 1, left minus 0.1, 1.2. So we have 1.2 of what we have. For example, 1.5, we top that space, 1.4, 1.35, panel gap 3, 2.5. So okay. Take weight is this, top is this. I think there is not much measure we can do. Applied, okay. Then print. Go out the images, magnetic, profile 1, save, and go back. This is, of course, we can do this PDF. So this is what we have. Now you can see it. Everything works. So now all we need to do is to open PowerPoint. I'm going to edit this one. Open PowerPoint, then we'll click, select delete key. Then open snip tool on your Windows. Then click new. Then right from here, come in. You can go back to new and start from here. New, let me get it correct. At least we are good to go. Now we have this, then click on save. Now compose our desktop, which you call P1. Save, then minimize, close. Then minimize, close, open PowerPoint. We'll copy this one. Open PowerPoint, then go there, Control V. That's what we have. Then from there, we're going to insert our shapes. Shape, shape fill, no fill, shape outline, width, so you see you have this is what you have, as you can see it. This is model one. So from there, all you need to do now is to now open snip tool again. And then you now get to save. You go to desktop or project, Oasis Montaj, images, magnetic, profile, one, model, save. Okay, so it's close. If you like, you can save this one and use it another time. Open back our this. This is what we have. So this is the how we model those ones. As you can see. So this is what we have. So even that one raster we have to bring this one. So that I have control over the. So once select on this raster for Geophysical, this is what we have. DPI, I'm coming, I can increase the DPI here once to. Now let's see how to load this. Uh, I'll help this one like this. This was in 3. Apply, okay. Then the print setup, the DPI, we can make it around 460. So we have I output. What we get to say, okay. If we change this to Microsoft Print to PDF, in the printer setup, hot prompt is not actually showing it, but we go to raster driver for this. So this is print setup, which I've set it at this side. Yeah, we can put A4. I'll leave it at letter size, or all the size we need. This is A4 size. If we like, we can put it under landscape. Want to, I can put under portrait. Then okay. Just for us to see how it's going to look like. Then print. Image, magnetic. That's close. So maybe that was. Let's open it back. James says no model runs standalone. Well, open recent. Then we'll print load config. That's what we have. And then, so this will not give us any preview. Would dear raster driver for this 460 A4. Okay, and print. Return new. Let's see the difference between this. Save. New, let's see the difference. Now this is in high resolution. You can see it. It's in high resolution compared to the other ones. Now you can see it. And this is A4. You can still use this one. You can now see snipping tool. This one is high resolution compared to the other ones. Now click save. Desktop. We'll take this one we have. Yes, replace it. Then I'll go back to the desktop. Go back to all this, delete it. Come back here, Control C. Come here, paste. So I have high resolution. Then finally go here, this part. Then this we have. Under desktop, Quora state, images. Then we are good to go. Then profile model 1 will save. Yes. And finally, this is where we have. So you can see this is profile model for 1, and this is how we do it. See, more clear than the other ones. This is the observe, it's calculated, the error is there. You can see the factors is there, the length, everything is there. It's what you have. And play with it. So close this other ones. Save, then we'll close. Close. Of course, you can save this and then add it another one if you want to. Images. Model 1, which you can change. Then magnetic, then save. Then close. Close so far. Then what remains more you're going to do? I think that's how to do the word modeling. You can now do for the other ones, and then you are good to go. So, okay. So let's know if there is question one of you are to ask. So let's see whether there's any question one need to ask about. So this is how to able to go and then model. If you want to model, you can look at those things. They will model them perfectly. All right, without making any mistakes. So any question? So we're able to see that, yes, to get those values, we're able to model, try to look at some of the tasks that we see. And that is what is interested, which we have seen. So let's close the window, close out. No. Okay. So I think that's all for today. That's all for today. So we'll meet next. We'll look into structural analysis. We have seen how to use the gym sets. That's for magnetic. We'll come to gravity, do the same thing. Another part will be where we integrate two of them to do so many things. So this is introduction to gym sets, how to be using it. So you can try the other profile and then model and try to see how you get it. Whether those intrusions that you are getting the magnetic solubility values, which you sometimes you can get from the geology of the areas or past work related to where you have done the work. So that you constrain it more by getting the average value of the magnetic solubility in that area, in the area, so that you can use that in your model and model it perfectly. So that is all for today. Lecture will come tomorrow. We'll do that of the structural analysis. So we'll, we'll end the class now and continue tomorrow, same time, same time. Continue tomorrow, same time. So that's all. So we're going to stop here.